Good morning, children. Let's continue with the chapter Hututu Hututu. We have already started with the chapter. We have seen what this chapter is about. So, this chapter is based on a sport which is a local game of India, Kabaddi. It is commonly known as Kabaddi actually. So, let us begin and let us see more about this game and the persons involved in this game. Actually, this chapter is dealing with girls playing kabaddi, right? So let us see who were the people who initiated for this game and how or what difficulties did they face, but they initially they finally overcome those difficulties and they became the winner and they are known for this sport. Okay, now the second, let us start. Do you play kabaddi? Is there a is is there a girls kabaddi team in your school? In our school, is there a kabaddi team? Do you think that your grandmother played kabaddi when they were your age? Okay, do you think that your grandmother must have played kabaddi or such type of rough games? So, do you think? I don't think so, because in those days such type of rough games were not played, right? So now let us see who was who is the person or who were the persons behind this game. Before that, when we go to that those who played kabaddi, let us know about some other personalities or some other women who were involved in Indian sports, and those sports which are considered as men's sport. Why? Because they need strength, they need courage. So let us see. Now this is Karnam Maleshwari. Who is Karnam Maleshwari? Now have you seen or read about her in the newspapers? Karnam Maleshwari is a weightlifter. She lives in Andhra Pradesh. Her father is a police constable. Maleshwari started lifting weights when she was 12 years old. Now she can lift a weight of 130 kilograms. Karnam has won 29 medals in international events. Her four sisters also practice weightlifting. Now you can see this weightlifting. Weightlifting is not an easy sport, okay? It's a very difficult thing. You have to practice and you have to reach to that level where you can lift weight up to whatever kg you have decided. So this needs dedication, this needs practice, this needs a lot of strength. Okay, weightlifting, you all know such type of sports are usually there in Olympics, weightlifting and everything. Okay, so she is an Indian woman who is very much famous for as a weightlifter. Okay, now hats off, right? Now some more women sports person who has made India proud by winning medals at international levels. Now Subbaraman Vijayalakshmi is an Indian chess player who holds the FIDE titles of International Master and Woman Grandmaster, the first female player in her country to achieve these titles. She has won more medals than any other player for India in the chess Olympiads. Okay, see, there are people. So girls, buck up. It is not at all like that you cannot do. Girls can do anything whatever they want to, right? So see, such type of idols we have in India too. When India is considered as a country where only men has the power, right? Here girls are making us proud. Now more, Sania Nehwal. This name is a very common name. You all know her very well. Sania Nehwal is an Indian professional badminton single player, a former world number one. She has won over 24 international titles, which includes 11 Super Series titles, although she reached the world's second in the 2009. It was only in 2015 that she was able to attain the world number. Okay, so again Sania Nehwal, we all know her. Then Chunge Jang Mary Kom. Mary Kom, she is commonly known as Mary Kom, is an Indian Olympic boxer from Manipur. She is the only woman to become world amateur boxing champion for a record 6 times, and the only woman boxer to have won a medal in each one of the 7 world championships. Such proud moment for us when we take these names. We feel, see, India has done so well in all the fields, even in women's sports also. Now, Mithali Doraj Rai is an Indian cricketer and the captain of the Indian women's cricket team in Tests and ODI. Okay. Sania Mirza, very common name again, is an Indian professional tennis player, a former world number one in the doubles discipline. She has won 6 Grand Slam titles in her career. From 2003 until her retirement from singles in 2013, she was ranked by the WTA as India's number 1 player in both the categories. Okay, that means in singles and in doubles. She used to usually play with Leander Paes, doubles. There are so many players with him, with her, with them. They have played doubles. Okay, like Mahesh Bhupati was there. Then like this is also there. So she is also there. Or Leander Paes is also there. So there are these women who are making India proud. Every single second we are having such type of strong women who are so enthusiastic and who wants to prove themselves. So anyone can do that. Now, a story of 3 sisters. These are the women who were involved for Kabaddi. Okay, look at this photograph. Don't they look like simple grandmothers, but they are different. The picture is of the 3 sisters Jwala, Leela and Hira. They live in Mumbai. All 3 of them played Kabaddi and taught the game to others. Jwala tells, when we were young girls were not allowed to play this game. People thought that if girls played such rough games, nobody would marry them. See, this was the mentality at one time. They also said that the girls had to wear boys' clothes to play Kabaddi. This is why they stopped girls from playing. The sisters were young when their father died. Their mother and mamas brought them up. Both uncles used to play Kabaddi and Kho-Kho. They encouraged the 3 girls to play Kabaddi. Jwala and Leela talk about their experiences almost 50 years ago. When we started to play Kabaddi, girls never got a chance to play this game. Parents did not let them play the game, but we always felt that we should play, and my uncles and mothers supported us. We 3 learned the game and some other girls also joined us. We formed a Kabaddi club which is active even today. Now they are remembering their own days, own golden days. Leela and Hira still get very excited when they talk about their matches. They tell how they won some matches which they were about to lose. This was possible because of their strong will. During those matches, some very interesting things happened. Once they had to go to a different town for a big match, Leela tells. The match had to start at 6:30 in the evening. We went for to see a movie from 3 to 6. We thought we would be back in time for the match. As soon as the movie started, we noticed some noise and disturbance. It was created by our mama, who was looking for us in the hall with a torch. When he found us, he gave a big scolding right there in the cinema hall. They were girls, like they were young girls, so obviously everyone has this fantasy, everyone wants to have fun and musty, so they also wanted to have. So this is how they used to do it. The sisters had to face many difficulties because of kabaddi, but that did not reduce their fun. Hira, the youngest sister, became a kabaddi coach. She wishes that children like you should enjoy and play many games, especially kabaddi. Have you learned any game from a coach? Which one? Coach, who is a coach? Coach is a person who teaches the tricks of a game, who teaches you all the rules and regulations of a game, how to play the game. They are known as coach, okay, like your sports teachers do. So they are coaches for you. They are training you for the game, for any kind of game, whichever kind of game they are. So obviously these games have coaches, like cricket, kabaddi, badminton, etc. are taught by a coach. Now, do you know of anyone who has learned any great game from a coach? Now, this is your personal answer that you have to write on your own. If you know someone, you can write it. So here, children, we finish the chapter, and I hope you must have enjoyed this chapter. See, games not only are played for fun, but they make us disciplined. They make us follow the rules and regulations. They make us follow those things which are bounded, right? There is a boundary, there is a limit for everything. So this is very, very important to learn, and this will make any person who is literally following all these things, will make them a disciplined, good human being in future. So we should always learn games not with those angry or sometimes with that rude attitude, but with that attitude, accepting attitude. This is very, very important for any kind of game, and even for living a good life. Okay, so thank you, children.